The other thing too is, like, let's say that we have a materia that gives you +5 attack, right? If for some reason you're bad at the game and you never got any materia or never understood how to equip materia, or you just had a bad time with your materia and never got any damage boosting materia, the worst that's going to happen is you just need to level up once or twice to get to the same power level that that materia gave you, you know? Which is a bit more complicated than this game because this game forces you to level sync. But still, I mean, you can be 4 or 5 levels above and not get level synced down. So I feel like you can just balance it so that if you're high enough level, like, basically you can win anything without materia. But you could have this balance where, like, if you're on level but you have some good materia, then you can also succeed, you know? Just seems a bit, like, I hate to say lazy, but it's a lot lazier to just make it so you level sync to the right level and then the equipment is so, like, mediocre that you just kind of are never in the situation of you can't beat this. Because equipment just doesn't do that much to begin with. It just makes equipment feel like not important. Like, just look at how important equipment feels in the older Final Fantasies versus this, you know? I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. I mean, the amount of excitement I get when I get a new weapon for Cloud versus getting a new equipment for this character, it's like night and day, you know? This is a unique for this dungeon. See Vampiric. I don't know. I feel like, well, like, at least throughout the game it hasn't. Like, I've literally just been picking up whatever, like, whatever equipment the game gives me for doing the objective, I equip. And that's all I've done the entire game. And it's made, you know, no difference one way or the other. Like I do some missions and I get this, and then I do some missions and I do that, get this, and I do some missions and I get this, and I do some missions and I get this. Like, there's no, like, yeah, if I went in naked it would make a difference, but I'm obviously not doing that because I literally had to get all of this equipment to get to this point. With the exception of, like, maybe one piece of equipment I found in a chest. Right, but I'm saying, I'm talking about the game up to this point. I'm not talking post-game. I'm talking the first 40 hours, which is just as important, if not more important, than the post-game. So I got another limit break bar. I wonder if I should wait for it to fill up. Kill the eyeball. Wait, I can't select the eyeball for some reason. What's happening? Oh, that was like an attack, I guess. Weird. This is not an attack. Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of it's an MMO thing, which is totally fair. I just think it's fair to compare it to other Final Fantasies, since this is Final Fantasy XIV. It just sucks that I don't feel like very excited to get equipment, because that's kind of a big staple of the series. I don't think we're going to get our limit by the time she dies. I'm just going to use it now. And she interrupted it. Boom. Attack the boss. By that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say this much: the equipment in this game is better than 16. That's not saying much. That's the worst compliment you could give a game. The equipment's better than 16. Got that staff again. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit of as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. So one is the 12th staff and one is the 12th sword. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Eidolon chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master Le Havre. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Fare you well, bringer of light. I guess it's... whatever. Let's just walk. Kill some of these eyeballs. I'll tell you what, being able to jump in this game is so nice. How's it going, Lost Time? Sorry, I didn't notice you earlier. Hope you're doing well. Streamlined a lot of stuff like the gear you get during the level story progress. It just seems like they streamlined everything, to be honest. Like, just in general. Which is fine, but definitely gives me a different experience than some of you guys that played the game when it came out. That, kind of confuses our perspectives a bit. Stroper. Yeah. That definitely changes a lot. And, like, to me, that sounds awful. Like, having played this, the way I'm playing it right now, it sounds awful. But I'm sure if I played it back then, it wouldn't have felt awful. It's kind of like if you took someone that their first Final Fantasy XII experience was Zodiac Age with the ×4 and then gave them Final Fantasy XII on PS2. They'd be like, wow, this blows. But back in the day when we played Final Fantasy XII, we didn't feel that way. Oh, they still have this closed? You guys suck. Like, to me, this is the right speed. Anything slower than this, and I'd be, like, snoozing. But this is the only experience I know. If I were to have played it before, I probably wouldn't feel the same way. But I do think I would have, like, still disliked it quite a bit. Like, I think I would, because that's more of a typical MMO speed, and I don't like typical MMOs, so I guess I would have probably disliked it. But not as much as if I were to go back to it right now, after playing this. Yeah, if they like came out with a Final Fantasy XIV Classic and I played it right now after playing this, I'd probably be sleeping. You like the quick drop in and drop out of Final Fantasy XIV? What makes it a quick drop in and drop out? Like, what makes it easier to pick this back up than another MMO? Hatch and gear cycles are extremely predictable. So like we were saying before, where like the game isn't really meta driven, it's more of just small balance changes. And then also the catch up mechanics. That makes sense. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, how like some game, and not even just MMOs, but just a lot of games in general, MOBAs especially, tend to have a meta mentality where they want to continuously mix up the meta so that the game never gets boring for the people that are constantly playing it. But then that means that if you leave for a bit and come back, you're lost. I didn't mean to skip that. So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore. Though through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Poor Ursendel. Oh, League is like the biggest culprit of that. They purposefully drastically alter things all the time. Specifically every season. But yeah, like I said, that's on purpose. And with MOBAs, they can kind of do that because there's no catch-up mechanic required. There's no leveling or gear, you know, you have to grind to get to play with your friends. You just play with your friends. You just learn the meta, and that's only if you want to be good. If you don't want to be good, it doesn't even matter if you learn the meta. If you're just playing for fun, you don't have to learn the meta, so... I feel like it's easier for them to get away with it. But with MMOs, it's different, because it's compounded with the fact that you also need to be on level or have the right gear or whatever. So, with MOBAs, they can change the meta a lot more because that's really the only thing you need to learn, and everything else is transferable. It's not like your skills from Season 2 don't transfer to Season 3. So. Welcome back, Petra. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the Twelveswood? 2 of Lahabro's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission. The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then. The Aeacians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the 3 nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Aeacians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope. That is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Skeletons! Wait, that achievement is literally just called Skeletons. It's pretty great. Okay, what is this? Oh, a new short. Yeah. Wow. Looking like a bandit. It's kind of neat. I like the necklace. I feel like that's the first piece of equipment I've gotten that looks like drastically different. Wow. I got the same exact weapon I have equipped. Excellent. I was gonna ask the same thing, actually. I think the tattoos are part of the armor. Potentially. I think so.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
So let me get this straight. We stopped the summoning of Ramu, and then she was like, well, we got a bit of a lull in the action. We haven't heard anything about anyone trying to summon anyone. So let's worry about the masked man. And then I go and mess with the masked man, and then I come back and she's like, so Titan's here. What happened? What? You guys got to be on this better. I mean, how do we miss this?
Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Our whole plan here is to like have a pulse on the primals, so we know when one is going to be formed and we can be there and stop it. And then she's just like, so Titan's here.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, two primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation.
Guys, we blew it.
There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan.
This is a really minor thing, but you can tell that like they didn't really have much time to figure out the voiceovers. Like people were saying the voiceovers get a lot better in the DLCs, and I believe it, because like the voiceovers in this are like really few and far between. But even though they're few and far between, the quality of them are like really whack. Like Minfilia sounds like she's this close to the mic at all times. Like she's constantly like peeking and sounds like she's inside our head talking, and then other people sound like they're like this far away talking. There's no like congruency with the voiceover. And then on top of that, you had some characters like in the flashback that sounded like they were out to lunch. But
Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched.
I also think Ishtola has like a really good voice actor versus everyone else. She might be the best one.
A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
Nope, not
so
me.
You will accept? Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
Wait, it's Y'shtola? I thought it was Ishtola.
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be.
Papalimo, be a nerd.
You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Finally, something I'm good at. Oh, God knows he wasn't good at the last mission. He's not good at social affairs. Let's not send him on any more social affair missions. Get him in some books. Alright, so we're gonna not do that because we only have like 30 minutes left. So I think what we'll do is that Chocobo quest. If I can remember. Oh, we could do my next monk quest as well, but that might be kind of long too. I'm surprised it's not recommended. I'm rolling need. How do I like... Here we go. Well, no, I don't want those. I want... How do I find side quests? Or are they just not listed anywhere? Or would that be this? No, that's... These are all levies. I'm looking for the Chocobo quest to upgrade my Chocobo. And it used to be this, but then this got replaced by my my monk quest. I was hoping it would show up here. Oh, wait, can I do maybe... Maybe I'll just go to Central Shroud and see if it shows up. Nope. South Shroud? I don't even see any quests in South Shroud. Unless they don't show up until I'm there. Oh, okay. Well, what the heck? Let's just waste all our money. See you, Astro. Yeah, I might see you this weekend. If not, we'll see you Monday. Might be doing a little card opening stream this weekend. Yo, sick Chocobo. Oh God, help. Don't. Now's not the time. Okay. There it is. Game, stop. Please. Stop. Stop. Help. We got a code red. Wait, where even was that? There it is. Alright, we're just gonna walk there and hope the game doesn't die on my way. Alright, that's a good start. No, it's my computer. Well, not necessarily my computer, but my game running on my computer. I was gonna try to do this quest before we got off, but the game decided no. The game decided nah. What's weird is now it's showing a icon on my name. Almost like it is a server issue, but I guarantee it's not. No, I don't want to join your fate. Alright. The unmistakable smell of chocobo clings to you, adventurer. Would I be correct in assuming that you have your own trusty steed? Aye, I thought so. Now tell me, is your bird battle-trained? If not, you might consider seeking the advice of Lukalot over at Bent Branch Meadows. The Asgardian native is something of a prodigy in all matters concerning our fine feathered friends. He should be able to help you attain greater affinity with your bird. Bent Branch Meadows. I feel like I can just teleport there. Maybe. If the game doesn't crash. Greetings, adventurer. Is there something you need? Wish to have your chocobo trained in combat? This is no small request you make. Riding your bird is one thing, asking it to take hurts in your name is quite another. I will help train your chocobo, but on the promise you will never unduly expose it to danger. Do I have your word? No. Very well, to begin, we will need a bunch of Geishel greens. You have my leave to pick one from the fields yonder. Return here when you have it. Yay. Quests. Superb. Then we shall get right to it. Doubtless you already know this, but chocobos are highly fond of Geishel greens. They love the leafy vegetables so much, in fact, that they will completely forget their fears in the face of danger. Thus, by feeding your bird the greens, you can prevail upon it to fight beside you, and then, once called, it will be up to you to direct its actions as you see fit. You will find that your chocobo innately responds to a number of general commands. Give your bird an order, and it will act accordingly and to the best of its ability. This simple yet effective methodology was developed by the Fortem's family, one of the foremost houses in Ishgard. And that concludes your lesson. Of course, it is not enough to merely hear about a practice, one must venture forth and attempt it oneself. Summon your chocobo with a bunch of Geishel greens, and together make your way to Sorrel Haven. The brood ziz that prowl the area ought to be a suitable challenge for you and your companion. Put down 3 of them and return here. And lastly, by way of advice, I would recommend you keep an ample supply of Geishel greens on your person at all times. Our resident vendor will be able to provide you with as much as you can carry. In addition to riding him, you can also summon your chocobo to fight alongside you. To do so, you'll first need a bunch of blah blah. Summon simply use the green. Chocobo gain experience points and grow just as you do in combat, but they can only fight in the same places in which they can be ridden. While traveling the world alone, your feathered companion may turn the tide when fighting enemies of a comparable level. Now, who sells me them? This guy? That's one Tiki. Who sells me them? He was like, our vendor right here. But there's no one here. Am I blind? You would think it would be the feather trader. Is there like a general store here? Yeah, I'm guessing it's just the general merchant, maybe this guy. When he said here, he meant in this town. Okay, now where are we fighting? There. Come on, game. You can do it. Oh, shoot. That's a dead end. You gotta go up the tree. Parkour. To remain with you for 30 minutes or until he suffers injuries. To give your companion orders, use the commands located under orders. Order your chocobo auto attack, simply select free stance. You can dismiss your companion anytime with withdrawal. Use another bunch of guide screens to summon your steed again. So... I mean, it's already selected. I don't think I really need to put it on my thing. But perhaps withdrawal might be nice. I on there. Look at him go! Free stance is the worst. Should I just do like attacker stance? Oh, he's not high enough level yet. I gotta level my boy up. That'd be cool to set him to healer. Since I'm kind of DPS. Have a little healer boy helping me out. Me and my chocobo. Doing battle. As Chocobo's rank increases, he will earn skill points. These points can be used to acquire new companion specific abilities and traits. 3 different skill trees: Defender, Attacker, Healer. Activate Defender Stance. Turn your Chocobo into Defensive Mind in Star Wars. Attacker Stance. Transform Chocobo into Offensive Force. Healer Stance heals you. Once an action or trait has been purchased, that purchase cannot be undone. Okay. Cool. He gets like skill trees and everything. I am probably just going to go healer. I think that's probably smartest for being a monk. And then set him to healer stance. Oh, he did a little... He's got a different little quest for each one. Okay, question. If I do this and then get off. Okay, he still fights. Nice. I got a little permanent healer bro with me now. So does he just chill now and not attack unless I get hurt? He has Ronald. He's got Ronald. Wait, do I have to activate the skill myself? No. What the? My bro's kind of just chilling. Not sure what he's doing. He got petrified. He Ronalds and then he chills like a goofball. Come on, hit me. Yo, Gus. Where's my Ronald? I'm hurt. Gus kinda out to lunch. Alright, well anyways. Let's go turn this in and then we'll be out. I really like having R1X get me to my set with my... Okay. I'm alive, don't worry about it. My chocobo and sprint controls. I should have done a 360 no scope when I fell off that. I can still do it right here. Check this out. I do, but not as part of this playthrough. Not as part of Fantathon, but I do plan on playing through the DLCs. So you have successfully negotiated your first few battles with your Chocobo. Well done. Tell me, how did it feel? Was it not supremely reassuring fighting with your feathered companion? Your Chocobo can make up for your shortcomings or build upon your strengths. Indeed, there are countless ways the two of you might complement one another. Through some experimentation, you will come to find the approach that serves you best. Ah, before I forget, I have one last parting gift, a sandal bag for your Chocobo. Carrying Geishel Greens about can be quite cumbersome after all, and there should be sufficient room for your personal belongings should the need arise. I pray it serves you well on your travels. The supplementary storage window can be accessed by selecting Chocobo Saddlebag located under character. Cool. Now we have extra storage that I don't even need because I already have so much storage. Yeah, no, I'm sure I will use it at some point. That is probably definitely something that's gonna come up, is me running out of inventory at some point. Because, I mean, it do be an MMO. And I haven't really gotten to, like, real... Like, I would imagine that later looting is more of a mechanic. Like we said before, like, we're just kind of on the fast track right now where the game is just giving me the loot required to keep going as part of the missions. I've only really gotten a few pieces of equipment throughout the whole game so far. From, like, a few chests that I found in dungeons. That's it. Haven't really gotten anything from, like, drops or chests or really, like, any special specific equipment. Anyways, that will be it for Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV today. Perfect place to stop. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't have much to say, because it's kind of just more of the same that we did last week, but I'm still very much enjoying everything. I do think this is a bit of a lull in the story, but it's not bad or boring in any way. I'm still very much enjoying it. If this is the lull, then I look forward to what's to come, because honestly, like, it's still pretty interesting to me. They're continuing to plant seeds of things that will be important later. It's not just MMO grind, you know. They're sticking to a typical Final Fantasy story of building up these characters and building up certain threads that'll come into play later. That dungeon we did was really cool. Definitely my favorite dungeon so far. It was pretty simple, but yeah, definitely my favorite dungeon so far thematically. That was really, really cool. I liked that dungeon a lot, so awesome stuff. Can't wait to see more next week. And until then, I look forward to hearing more of your guys' comments about the game as we continue. I've been enjoying reading everyone's comments about what they've seen so far, and especially those that played through the game a long time ago and are now seeing kind of the 2.0 experience of how they kind of streamlined you towards endgame. It's definitely different, so it's cool to hear the differences between what I'm experiencing and what you guys experienced. So until next time, thank you so much for watching Final Fantathon and Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. We'll see you in the next episodes. Peace.